Alright guys, so Jaffna was originally a Reading Rainbow book, just so you guys all know. That's how I discovered this book. Alright, my father said Jaffna is as tall and strong as a tree. I don't know why this book is not leaning on the cup like I had it. If we're going to have story hour, I'm going to have to buy the proper settings so that this is very simple for us. Okay, here we go. When he lifts me up to hug me hello, it's like climbing to the very top of a blue gum. When he laughs, it's like the poplar swaying in the wind. I'm just going to lay it down. How about that? Guys, please tell Rashid happy birthday. I said happy birthday, Rashid. I don't know what your problem is. I said happy birthday 10 minutes ago. You got to listen. When he carries me across the river on his shoulders, it's like sitting on a baobab. I'm sad when I think of him now because he's not at home. I wish he were. He's in the city working to make money for us. I had a fight with Obed when he said my father would never be back, but my mother said, of course he would come home. Obed said, all right, he was sorry. Once, my father built us a hideaway in the fallen willow at the weir. He fixed branches like stakes around the trunks to make walls. In the spring, we wound new willow shoots and bundles of reeds around the stakes to close up the walls to make a hideaway very snug. One day, we found a wild sow had moved in and had her babies there. They ran off squeaking with their tails wiggling. In the summer, my father built us a raft out of logs. We spent most of the long hot days of the holidays sailing on the river, and only once got wet when Obed fell off trying to catch his goat. All right. When the trees began to turn brown in the autumn, we collected a basket of leaves, twigs, and logs and invited the adults to a feast. My father made a fire, and we cooked the meat on the ends of sticks and left the potatoes and the coals to roast. We were allowed to stay up late that night, watching the logs spit and splutter in the dark. My father carried me home on his neck. I slept the whole way. Isn't that a cute picture? I love this picture. That's Jaffna on his father's back. Soon it will be spring again. Mother says my father will come home then. I hope he does. The end. So guys, the whole Jaffna collection is about this young boy in Africa whose father has moved to a bigger town to make money to send home to the country. But his father has to be gone for long periods of time to work, and it just talks about his little journey with his friend. So you have Jaffna's mother, first you have Jaffna's mother, Jaffna's father, Jaffna the journey, Jaffna the town, Jaffna the wedding, where his sister gets married, which is also one of my favorites.
How come all the people got brown? I forgot.
Because they're all African. They're all brown people.
How come they're African?
Because that's where the story takes place. That's just so happened to be where the story takes place, baby.
So they're always African?
Well, they're African, so they're not always in African. They're just African.
Is it Algeria, Nigeria?
I don't know if they're in Nigeria. I can't remember where it says where Jaffna is. Nigeria. I don't know exactly what part of Africa that Jaffna takes place in. I just said that. All right, Cass, you want to get another one?
Yes, another Jaffna.
Do you want to get the other one? Yes, you can get Jaffna's mother.
Jaffna's mother.
Alright guys, we'll read Jaffna's Mother, and then that is the 3 books that I'm reading out of the series today. So if the kids are still around, you guys can keep them still for a little while, and we will... Hey there, Doris. William Bunch. This is a part of a series of books that I have for the boys called Jaffna. And I've had this book. So guys, I'm going to show you. So this book I bought for 99 cents. I bought this book for 99 cents at a mom and pop store. One day, Jameson, when he was still in a stroller, I was in Astoria, and there was this mom and pop bookstore, and I went in because I had to like pee so bad this one day, and I went in, and after I peed, I was walking around and listening to what books they had, and I found this book, and I bought it. And because I had this book for a very long time, I didn't even know that there were other books. And the owner of the bookshop at the time, said that he had another one and he would get it, because he had 2 bookstores. But he never brought it over. So I went to Amazon and I just looked up all the Jaffnas and I ordered them. And like literally, the amount to ship the books were more than the books actually cost. And now some of these books go for $23,000.
How do people make a lot of money when they can get
So now these books, because they're out of print, they go for like $23,000. I forgot which one is the most, but I was telling my friend about them. So we looked them up again and saw that they were going for that much. So who knew? So when Kaz writes on it, that makes me want to shake him up. Alright guys, so now we're going to read Jaffna's Mother. So this is the one that I originally started reading. And as you can see here, take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. But guys, I know that is a lot of money, but they weren't always that much. I mean, look, I bought this book for 99 cents, okay? 99 cents. And all the other books I paid like $2 for, $3 for, and then all of a sudden now they're worth that much. So, Jaffna's Mother. Let's see. First of all, let's just see if we can get our little setup going here again, where it was so nicely propped up. Okay, here we go. Alright. Here we go. Jaffna's Mother. Now, there is a page here that's kind of ripped, and Jameson did that when he was a baby, but I've kept up with it. I'll tape it down at some point. I would like you, said Jaffna, to meet my mother. There's nobody I know quite like my mother. My mother is like the earth, full of goodness, warm, strong, and brown. My mother is like the sun rising in the early morning, lighting up the dark corners and gently coaxing us awake. She probes the fire into life, and soon everywhere is filled with the smoky smell of food, bringing rumbles to my tummy and making me want to get up. As the sun starts its day, and the flowers burst open to turn and follow it across the sky, I think of my mother. Like the sky, she's always there. You can always look up and see her. At midday, when the sun is high and strongest, she shades and comforts us, like the willows on the bank of a river. Alright, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties.
You're going to tape it today?
No. Or when the day has become too hot and stuffy, she cools us as the rain does, when it turns the dust bowls into rippling puddles, washing out the grass and making it green again. She doesn't often complain, even in bad times. But beware, if she finds you cheating at a game or teasing your younger sisters, she can sound like thunder in the afternoon, and her eyes will flash like lightning out of the dark clouds. mother doesn't often storm, said Jaffna, and is much nicer when she sings. She sings to us as she cooks the evening meal. If you've heard the Hopi call across the millies, you've heard my mother sing. After supper, it's time for stories. Somehow, said Jaffna, I think I almost love my mother best then. After the food and the hurrying when the sun's going down and everything's quieter and cooler. Then she hugs us around her and chases away our sadness. We talk about today, yesterday, and especially tomorrow. Then, as the blanket of night spreads out over the world, with the bright moon above, my mother wraps us up carefully, and with the kiss and good night, puts us to sleep.
This is the last chapter.
The end.
This is the last chapter.
This is the last Jaffna that I'm reading today. Alright guys, so that's for my favorite series.
Mom, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book in the world?
What?
My favorite book in the world? I don't know, I've read a lot of good books.
What's your favorite
My
chapter?
favorite Jaffna? Nomsa's Wedding. That's my most favorite of all.
So where is it?
Nomsa's Wedding is on the bookshelf with all of these. They're all together, except for these three, because we took them out to read.
My favorite book is this one.
Jaffna's father.
Because all the people are brown.
All the people are brown in all of Jaffna.
I know. But this was my most favorite.
That's your favorite one?
Sorry, I'll read it.
Put it down. Put that back. Call Daddy. What's up, people? Black Soul Brother, funk it up now. Guys, this is like my third cup of coffee today. My third cup. As you can tell, I'm out here looking like, because I have so much to do and I haven't combed my hair. But, if there's anybody in Atlanta, I'll be in Atlanta this week, and Houston this weekend. So, I'm having a press dinner in Atlanta, and then I have a party in Houston, which I'm actually kind of excited about, working and getting out of New York and all this cold for like a day or two. But guys, seriously, I just hate when people make up stuff. People have taken pictures from an event that I did 2 months ago, and it's like, and created a whole backstory of which no one has asked me anything. And it's just so annoying. I mean, sometimes I get put on the blogs or whatever, and I really don't care whether it's true or false, but it's like, I just hate, like, I take a million pictures with people, I don't even know why people, if you want to know where I'm going to be on Houston, it's on my page, guys. Or keep up. So people just kind of like make up whatever they want to make up, and it's just so annoying. Like, if anybody would be private about a relationship after everything I've gone through, it would be me. But whatever, I can't do anything about it. Let it take flight, let it take wings, and then you guys go wherever you want to go with it. It's kind of like been the whole Love and Hip Hop situation. You guys have taken, some people have taken bits and pieces of that and believed whatever they wanted to believe, and I can't control what people allow to grow in their heads or say. So whatever. But it's the thing that bothers me is that idea that a woman is just so incomplete unless she's in a relationship. Like some of the comments I saw were like, thank God. Like, why thank God? Like, I can't just be happy and single, or happy and getting to know someone, or happy and dating without you knowing. Like, I'm not miserable in my life. I'm not unhappy in my life. You know what I mean? Like, some unfortunate things happen to me, which can happen to any woman. I mean, we're all going through it. You show me a woman who has the relationship thing figured out, and I'll show you a woman who hasn't found out a lot of shit yet. So, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, that was my event that I posted, and y'all didn't show up to. That was my Wow Ebony event a couple months ago. And there were a lot of people there, guys. There were a lot of people. We have some Love and Hip Hop people that were there. Jacquay came. Our pictures didn't get posted as our new relationship. Except Rocky was there. A slew of New York professionals and socialites were there. So, get over yourself. Smoke more weed. I probably should. Stop selling drugs, guys. That's what someone said. No, I'm not in QB. I am in Queens, but not in QB. And then, guys, I just thought about this. Since I posted these pictures in lingerie, and everyone's all upset. I mean, you can't even see anything but the side of the hip that could be, there's just some skin, and you guys are so upset about it. I don't know why we live under this thing where people are kind of like, mothers can't be sexy, or, you know, if you post lingerie, it's so bad, but if you're posting a swimsuit, it's okay. When you're kind of like revealing the same thing. And, y'all need to stop. You guys need to stop. Tiff Marie, that, exactly. You guys are doing the most. And not even just what people posted, but even in my DM, people were like, oh my God, this is for the bedroom. You shouldn't show that. And I'm just like, as a woman, do you never feel sexy, or do you never think you look good? Are you never comfortable in your own skin? And if that's your thing, don't put that off on me. Don't put your insecurities off on me. It's Valentine's Day. All y'all want to wear something cute and sexy. So I was just trying to show y'all what's out there. Babe cakes, no one asked me that question, so I don't really know where that came from, but if and whomever I'm dating, it's not something that you'd know. That's all I'm saying. People just kind of take a picture and create a story. So it's just annoying. Sometimes it's annoying. And you're like, what the fuck happened while I was sleeping? Listen, my baby snapback was no snapback. It was a long stretch. And we're still not there. Hi, Doris. I don't know if I look great today, guys. I got my hoodie on. I washed my hair, and I put it under this thing. Because I was supposed to have a photo shoot, so I needed to braid it up and put my wig on, but I'm just running so late to everything today. Because I had some last minute stuff to do. Now it's time to pick up the kids. There are a lot of new things for me in 2018. A lot of things. I use Urban Skinner X. Guys, I'm always a hopeless romantic. I'm always, always, always a hopeless romantic. Oh, thank you. I do, guys. I use Urban Skinner X. I use their face wash. I use their toner. I use their rosehip oil. I use their vitamin C oil. They have another facial cream, especially in the wintertime. I don't know if you guys get like dry patches that gets rid of all of that. I also, this weekend, Saturday, I put on a mask, and then after the mask, I did another mask of baking soda and lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. And that was like awesome. So thank you. But that's all I have to say about the shade room. Whatever you guys feel after that. You guys have to just go with it, I guess. Hey! But I gotta go because I'm here to pick up my kids.
What's that?